At this hour, it appears Russian military forces are crossing the border into neighboring Ukraine, in a region of Ukraine known as Crimea. Late today, President Obama went on national television to warn Russia against a military intervention. Ukraine has been reeling since last week when a popular revolt led the president of Ukraine to flee to Russia. Crimea used to be part of Russia and has long wanted to return. Ukraine says Russian attack helicopters and military transports have taken two key airports in Crimea. That is what brought the president into the briefing room.
It would be a clear violation of Russia's commitment to respect the independence and sovereignty and borders of Ukraine and of international laws. And just days after the world came to Russia for the Olympic Games, it would invite the condemnation of nations around the world. And indeed, the United States will stand with the international community in affirming that there will be costs for any military intervention in Ukraine.
Now, Russia says the troop movements are normal. By treaty with Ukraine, Russia does have a major Navy base on the Crimean coast. We have a team of correspondents covering this rapidly developing story in Ukraine and Washington. First, David Martin at the Pentagon on what the Russians are up to. David?
Scott, U.S. officials say the Russians are flying hundreds of troops, maybe more, into Crimea. These officials are not yet calling this an outright invasion, but one said this is history being made. They are landing the capital of Crimea in what appears to be a classic operation for inserting troops into a foreign country. First, seize the airfield, which then serves as the bridgehead to bring in more troops and more equipment. These movements are unrelated to the large-scale military exercise going on inside Russia, which U.S. officials say is serving as a screening operation to make the airlift of troops into Crimea harder to detect. It is not yet clear what these Russian troops intend to do once they consolidate their position at the airfield. But so far, U.S. officials say there is no evidence of gunfire.
David Martin at the Pentagon. David, thank you.